Y'all, I was talking this entire video and it was not recording. Hello everybody and welcome to Dream on Fitness. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that like button, subscribe, comment down below and tell me one good thing that's happening on your fitness journey this week. I thank you guys for being here. Thank you for 100 subscribers. Let's continue to grow this channel. So today's video is going to be 2-in-1. It's going to be why I went vegan and it's going to be how I hold myself accountable and stay consistent. So diet is something that's very touchy when it comes to losing weight. I don't like to refer to it as a diet. I like to refer to it as a lifestyle change, okay? When I started my journey, I want to say 5 years ago, I wasn't really trying. I was eating well, but not really. Then I would cave and snack because chips and stuff are my weakness. I was working out like nobody's business, but I still wasn't losing weight. And I now realize that weight loss is about 70 to 80% in the kitchen and 20 to 30% in the gym, all right? That's just what it is, and that's on period. You can work out till kingdom come. If you're not eating healthy, your weight loss journey is going to be a lot slower, and that is what was happening to me. I just felt like if I was working out, I was doing enough to lose the weight. All right, so I've tried low carb, I've tried no carb, I've tried no sugar, I've tried low sugar, I've tried keto vegan, intermittent fasting. I've tried all of those things and none of those things worked for me as well as going vegan. Okay, when I went vegan, I cut out dairy, I cut out carbs, so I was eating very low carbs. When I say cut out carbs, I mean anything that is processed, anything that is not good for your body, like white bread, pasta, all of that stuff. I cut it out. I stuck to quinoa. I cut out sugar, no forms of sugar, no candy, no cupcakes, no nothing. My skin is so sensitive since I've cut out all those things. If I eat one piece of candy today, this is what happens. Okay, this is from Christmas. I had 2 cookies and I ended up with a pimple on my face. All right, that is what happens when your body gets used to something. The moment you put that thing in your body that you're not used to consuming, stuff will happen. For me, lucky enough now, my body doesn't do the whole weight gain thing because my metabolism is sped up and my body's just functioning the way that it should. But prior to that, when I was trying all those things, none of those things really worked for me. I didn't know if I was maybe not doing it the right way, or my balance between the gym and the kitchen wasn't enough, but I felt like I was doing a lot. Difference is now I eat 2 to 3 times a day. Then I was just eating 1 meal a day. That wasn't allowing my metabolism to pick up and speed up and do what it needs to do to stay just to function the right way. So I personally went vegan because I felt like all the bad things that I was eating had a lot to do with meat in it, and I just did my research on how going vegan kind of just changes the way your body works, the way your skin looks, the way your body just operates, and it just helps you to look a lot younger and just helps your body to function well because you're putting all these vegetables and fruits in your body that is high in alkalinity and high in vitamins and high in iron and all of that stuff. And also prior to that, I had IBS. It was hard for me to go to the bathroom. Now my bowels are regular, everything functions well, and the only thing that's changed in my diet now, because I'm not 100% vegan anymore, is the fact that I've added fish and I would eat baked goods with eggs in it. Anything else, we're not crossing that. In terms of chicken and meat, the only reason why I haven't tried that yet is because the one time that I did try it, I got very constipated, wasn't feeling really good, was very bloated, and my body just did not receive it well. So I was like, okay, maybe in the future I'll try that, but right now I will just stick to baked goods and fish, any type of seafood. So that is what I do right now. The way going vegan kind of helped me, I just felt like it got my metabolism to speed up. It encouraged me to eat a lot more fruits and vegetables. It encouraged me to be more cautious about the food that I'm putting in my body, because you can be vegan but you can still be an unhealthy vegan. There's still a lot of meat alternatives and stuff out there that are not very good for you even if you're vegan, right? I consume bread, but I make sure it's low in calories. I make sure it has a lot of grains. So when I do eat bread, it's vegan, it's non-GMO, it's organic. The nutrition facts are very good per 2 slices of bread or 1 slice of bread, and I only eat 12 grain bread by Stone Mill or spelt bread by Stone Mill. Those are the only breads that I consume. I started consuming vegetables and fruits that are high in fat content, like avocado, and cooking with coconut oils and stuff like that. And it's just been really easy to stick with because I've learned to kind of finesse being vegan to where the food tastes good. So you can do vegetable stir fries, you can buy the meat alternatives, and I use the Gardein brand, but I eat that every so often. I don't eat it a lot because soy isn't necessarily good for you. All right, so I eat those every so often. I do a lot of smoothies, I do a lot of juicing, I eat nuts. Like, I've just been able to enjoy it. Dried fruit, like all of that stuff. You kind of just have to know how to work being vegan. Like, you can make jerk tofu instead of jerk chicken. You can use mushrooms for like a meat alternative. You can find like a lot of these gluten-free vegan food items at like stores like Whole Foods or Loblaws or in the nutrition section, like all of that stuff. Like, it was just very easy for me to make that transition, and I felt the most alive, I felt the most awake, I felt the most energetic and the most healthiest in my life when I went vegan. And that allowed me to lose the weight a lot faster, just because my body was able to break down what I was putting in. I cut out beef, I cut out red meat, like all those stuff that are hard to break down, like no longer like affect my body since I went vegan. So I've been really loving what that has done for me, what it's done for my skin, what it's done for my metabolism and everything. And I just feel really great and feel really healthy. I don't feel sluggish, I don't feel backed up. And you guys are probably wondering, like, do I have cheat days? Do I snack? Of course I have cheat days. Of course I snack. But when I snack, I eat things like popcorn. I eat things like tortilla chips that are like non-GMO and organic. Like, I only eat organic vegan snacks, or I'll have dried fruit, or I'll make a smoothie bowl. Like, those are really sweet things for me that I enjoy as like a cheat day. I'll add in things that I don't normally eat in it for like my diet or something. If I have a shawarma, I have a shawarma with Beyond Meat, things like that. Like, I have cheat days. If I have pizza, it's cauliflower crust pizza with dairy-free cheese. Like, it's still within my diet, but it's not something that I would eat every day. And it's been easy for me to stick to that because I feel like now we're living in the future, like 2020. Like, there's so many different alternatives that you can eat that don't have meat in it and that are still very healthy. All right, so another part of the question is how I stay accountable and how I stay consistent. All right, so the first thing I want to share with you guys is my very first weight loss journal from when I said to myself, I'm gonna go vegan, I'm going to take my health and fitness seriously. This is what I used. Okay, so in this started in 2018. I wrote down some like keto vegan meals. I wrote down plant-based meals and recipes that I found on Pinterest. I wrote down my weight. I wrote down what I ate for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I wrote down my measurements and all of that stuff. This is how I stay consistent. This has literally been my open diary to myself, because when I lose weight, if I lose like a 5 pound in like 2 weeks or a week kind of thing, I'm able to go back and see what I did and alternate things and see what I need to change for the following week in order for my body to function a lot better. So having a weight loss journal and a fitness journal has helped me to stay consistent and keep myself accountable. Now that we are 2 years ahead, your girl created her own fitness journal. All right, so I sold these on my website. They are not in stock anymore. They were kind of like a limited edition thing, but a lot of people are telling me that I should bring them back. So I'm thinking for the new year, I will order a few and just always have them in stock. All right, so on the front of my fitness journal, it says Dream on Fitness, and then it says, for I will restore health to you, and your wounds I will heal, declares the Lord. Jeremiah 30 verse 17. I put this Bible verse on the front because this is what's helped me to stay on my fitness journal and to help me stay consistent and to continue to like cheer myself on kind of thing. So in this fitness journal, I love it because it comes with let me find a part that I've actually written in a lot. Okay, so it comes looking like this. All right, so in this fitness journal, you have the date, you have your weight goals, you have any goals or notes you want to write for the week. On the note section, I usually write or this week, I think it says, yeah, this week's workout. I write in my workout routine for notes. I write encouraging things that I want to continue to tell myself. I take my measurements at the beginning of the week, and at the end of the week, I write them over here. Here you have your current weight. I think it's your current weight, your weight goals, and then there's another section you can write your weight for the end of the week. And over here is when you can actually plan your meals Sunday through Saturday for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack. All right. So I kind of created my own fitness journal in a way that I used to do it in my little Hilroy book. So this is what I use every day to keep myself accountable. I usually plan my week starting on Sunday, and I just tick things off as I get them done. And it's been helping me to stay consistent and to just really like be in love with the journey that I'm on. And another thing that holds me accountable is the days when I don't feel like working out or don't feel like eating healthy, I think about how I looked 2-3 years ago, and I say to myself, Danielle, if you do not do this, all right, if you don't get up and work out and stay consistent and stay motivated, you're gonna end back up in the same position that you were 2 years ago. Then you got to think about, were you happy? Like, kind of weigh out the pros and cons. 2 years ago, were you mentally in the right place? Were you happy? What were you doing 2 years ago? And you got to think about that. All right. When I think about that, I'm just like, girl, I do not want to be who I was 2 years ago. So it's things like that you really got to think about. Like, do you want to be the same person that you were yesterday? Do you want to make the same mistakes that you made yesterday? If not, you got to get up out of bed. All right. You got to turn on that workout video and you better get to work. That's pretty much what it is. And this is why I stay so consistent on my fitness page and post every day and put my business on and put my meals on and share with you guys what I do every day, because that's what keeps me motivated. That's what keeps me accountable. When I open my DMs and I see all these encouraging messages from you guys about how much I motivate you and how much you've lost on your weight loss journey by following my nutrition plan or workout plan, that makes me feel really good. And that's what keeps me consistent. That's what keeps me motivated. So a lot has to do with looking back on who I was 2 to 5 years ago, and majority of it has to do with all of the encouraging messages that I get on my Instagram and the support that I get from you guys. So that's what keeps me going. And I hope I've shared some helpful tips on what you guys can do to stay consistent on your fitness journey, or I hope I've shed some light on why I went vegan and why it's helped me on my fitness journey. And you just have to remember, like, what works for me may not work for you. You kind of just have to play with things a little bit to see what your body likes and what it doesn't like, because a lot of people may go keto, a lot of people may go vegan and get really sick and nauseous, and you know, your body just may not be receiving it that way. So sometimes you got to go in and alter things. All right, like what I did. I'm lifting now, so I gotta consume a lot more protein. So I'm eating more throughout the day. I'm making sure I'm consuming a lot of stuff like sweet potatoes and things like that, having more salmon, having a lot more fish, and adding that into my diet so that my body can continue to, you know, get these gains, because a lot of people that are lifting eat meat, and I personally am not ready to cross that bridge yet. So it's just things that you kind of have to make notes with and just see what your body likes from what it doesn't like. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.